Ahem. Hello everyone, my name is Admiral Prince Eric and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I will going to talk about my full recap of the update 12.3. So let's get on to it. Update 12.3 was officially released ahead for initially goes on the North America and EU servers on Wednesday and the following day for the Asia servers. So I'm going to talk about for little expressions for right now about this update 12.3 in our full review and a recaps as soon as we can. Here we go. Sorry, I just did appear for Windows security alert. I just having to do for allow access. Sorry for about that on this content. Let's see. Here we are, update 12.3, the Seychelles. This is going to be the second part of the 25th birthday game marathon. As we further for this in Asia servers was released on April 20th. About 3 hours time for a maintenance so far. The update 12.3 delivers the following new features. The new map called Seychelles, building Dyson at the dockyard, British submarines are going live, early access to Pan American cruisers, Battle Pass, Allied Heroes Collection, Inca Trail Adventure, new combat mission type, Brawls, Division Star, technical updates, return of Hololive production, Warhammer 40,000, Armory, and content additions and changes, and other changes and improvements. So let's get on to it. Okay, the first topic is the new Seychelles map. Since this new map was on very far ahead back in the middle of 2022 when I was read on the dev blog. So the new map was based on inspired the real life location of Seychelles, located in Eastern Africa on besides of the Indian Ocean. The capital is Victoria. As you know, in this map features the large islands, the Placé and La Digue. Both of these islands are based on real life locations of Praslin and La Digue. Okay, so the Seychelles map is designed for random and co-op battles playing tier 5 to 9 ships. It is intended for two types of domination mode battles, both with 4 key areas. It is likely impressed for that, for as getting excited for this new map, which is featuring with our tier 10 including super ships at this time. We will provide you with more details about the new map in the dedicated article that I will go into read without my recording ahead. Okay, for my most exciting part for my 25th birthday to get is the building Dyson at the dockyard. Finally, at last, after 2 months for intense preparations for the refilling my doubloons for getting on this ship as for my birthday. So the curated dockyard is back in the game. Okay, this is the second appearance of this curated dockyard. Was initially the first appearance back in late 2020, mostly for the building on the dockyard Heisen. Okay, the ship is armed with 8 410mm meat battery guns housed in 4 turrets. Her guns have good accuracy and a rather short reload time for a battleship. Dyson is also equipped with 4 quadruple tube torpedo launchers, and her long-range torpedoes can inflict significant damage. The battleship is very fast for her type, but she has a large turning circle radius and rather small HP pool. She has access to repair party in a separate slot, and she can also choose between fighter and spot the aircraft with a significant increased action time. Okay, the construction process comprises 34 phases, 29 which can be allowed by completing combat mission groups. You can also complete shipbuilding pages by spending 1,500 doubloons for each page or by purchasing starter packs. Goes 11 shipbuilding pages in exchange for 10,000 doubloons or 5 shipbuilding pages in exchange for 5,500 doubloons. Another 3 shipbuilding pages can be obtained as the final reward of the premium battle pass in this update. The combat mission spans at the start in this update and the first 2 weeks of the next update, and the dockyard itself will remain in your ports until the start of update 12.5. The reward for completing the construction includes battleship is the Dyson in her war paint camouflage and a commander with 10 skill points, as well as the port slot and a commemorative flag. Okay, this is most exciting part ahead for my 25th birthday game marathon is the Dockyard, which is featured ahead a Dyson. Dyson is a close resemblance ahead for a battle cruiser type rather than a battleship, and she looks like an appearance like between a Gato and a Magi, with her main armament goes on the 410mm guns. But the good news is the torpedoes. These torpedoes are capable of extremely damage against enemy ships in a close combat situation. But the range is about 10 kilometers as opposed to Iwami's 20-kilometer range. Okay, British submarines are going live. Okay, we finally learned about that the British submarines are now in full release since the introduction ahead back in update 12.1. You know, I'm getting ready soon for that the British submarines ahead to be grind starting on June 2023 alongside the German and American submarines. Meanwhile, early access to Pan American cruisers. Okay, but I'm still doing right now up ahead for for this Pan American cruisers in early access. But as for that, as for this file, I will show about my combat missions will be doing so up to immediately bit later. So here it is. I'm so excited right now for the next update. You will be arrived at the full release of Pan American cruisers. In the meantime, on the future, I will get you on right now to Tier 9 Pan American Cruiser Santander, but also required for that is 17 commander skill points, which is alongside the upcoming Spanish cruisers ahead in early access for a few months time. So I will show about ahead for my progress of early access to Pan American cruisers ahead to be information about this. Battle Pass, here we go. This time will be ahead for my third time activation for a premium battle pass, which is going to be our final reward for a 3 ship patience for Dockyard Dyson. But I'm still currently up ahead for being that so far. Next, Allied Heroes Collection. The fresh update introduces our new Allied Heroes Collection dedicated to the end of the Second World War in Europe, which means which is 78 years ago. The collection consists of 6 pages with 2 elements on each page. The reward for completing each page is a 10 skill point commander of one of the Allied nations, and the reward for completing the entire collection is 3 days of Warship premium account. You can exchange duplicates at the rate to 1 to 1. Here are some Allied commanders in respective nations portrait. So I will get thing right now for Allied Hero containers very soon. But as of good news, the Allied Heroes containers will be available for in the armory sometime at the update 12.11 on December 2023. As I finally mentioned that in the news. Okay, Inca Trail Adventure. This adventure will see you follow a pair of Dutch sailors who have decided to use the precise religiously short vacation to get to know the Peruvian culture and collect various souvenirs. As rewards for completing events combat missions, you receive Inca tokens, the Inca Trail commemorative flag, and more useful items. During the adventure, you may also receive the Rotterdam and Tumi team patches. Inca tokens are a new temporary resource that you can exchange for random bundles. They can drop a premium Tier 8 Pan American cruiser Almirante Grau with a 10 skill point commander and a commemorative flag. The ancient totem permanent camouflage for Almirante Grau and other rewards. It's possible to obtain additional tokens for the armor exchange for doubloons. Almirante Grau was named after Admiral Miguel Grau Seminario. She was the flagship of the Peruvian Navy since was decommissioned back in 2019. Unfortunately for that, this year she was scrapped. That was a bad news of the decision for the Peruvian Navy, that she was intended that Almirante Grau to become a museum ship, but to no avail. However, I recognize that the Almirante Grau is a formerly member of the Seven Provision class cruiser, like the Tier 8 Dutch cruiser, the Seven Provision, as the lead ship. You know, However, this ship was featured to access of combat instructions. The progress bar fills up while the cruiser remains undetected, and activated combat instructions significantly reduces the main battery reload time. The ships feature low detectability and efficient A defenses, but has weak armor and a small HP pool. The consumables at its also include hydroacoustic surge and defensive aim fire. Meanwhile, the Almirante Glove can be obtained from random bottles exchanged for Inca tokens and from the premium shop. Later on, the Almirante Glove will be selling him now to be available for doubloons at some time in the few months or few days to be exchanged for doubloons. This new event will be arriving right now on May 12th, which is ended on May 26th after the update 12.4 is released. Okay, new combat mission types. Okay, this is gonna be the new interesting ahead of this far. The code name Naval Superiority. These missions will be allocated to players who take part in special activities on our website. Such missions will count toward a player's progress in these activities. Unlike standard missions, these missions don't have any fixed criteria that must be achieved to complete them. The only limit that exists in time. Once the deadline arrives, the results of all participating players are summed up. We'll be excited up ahead for naval superiority ahead for some time during my playing activity. Okay, so the brawls. Okay, in this update, which is going about features 4 rounds. The first round of brawls will take place by tomorrow on April 24. It ends on May 1. April 24 was on 9 a.m. It ends on May 1 at 2 a.m. The first round of brawls will be playing Tier 9 battleships, Tier 9 ships, battleships only, in a 4 vs 4 format. Divisions of up to 2 players will be allowed. The second round, which is going to take place from May 1 until on May 8, from 9 a.m. to 2, from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. on next week. This time it's gonna be Tier 10 ships, destroyers only in a 3 vs 3 fleet. Divisions of up to 2 players allowed. The third round of brawls featuring after the second round of brawls will be take sometimes on May 8 until on I don't know, I just want to be in use for that. So the third round brawls will be begin a Tier 8 ships consist of battleships, cruisers, destroyers, and submarines in a 5 vs 5 format. A team may have a maximum 2 battleships, 4 destroyers, and 1 submarine. In divisions of up to 5 players are allowed. The fourth round of brawls before the update 12.4 is going to be a Tier 7 ships, cruisers only in a dual format. So I will explain for this. So I was going to play the first round of brawls is only for Delaware, doing for some upgrade modules immediately and grinding all the way to Tier 10. It's gonna be a 4 vs 4 format. So ensure that Delaware should stay here at the starting point because you wanted to deploy a dive bombers to do some up ahead to target against enemy ships. Okay, brawls. The second brawl reaction that I will going to play Marceau only. It's going to be a 3 vs 3 format in a close combat. The third round of brawls, which is going to be a Tier 8 ships that I will going to play right now for Ignacio Allende immediately after this point. And the fourth brawl will be going to be mostly Tier 7 cruisers are only premium ships. To do something we need a grinding credits as usual. Okay, Division Star. Here's are the fully loaded that I will gonna need note. I will not go to explain this. Technical updates to be followed up, which is gonna be new changes come to this far. We updated the following sound effects. This time, launching the torpedoes by surface ships. Every launch torpedo will now produce a separate sound effect. Dropping the ammunition by all squadrons and operation of attack aircraft machine guns. Main battery shells fly above a ship. The hissing sound of bombs dropped by bombers and sound of escape bomber launch bombs as they bounce off the water surface. Ships colliding with islands and other ships. The intensity of the sound will depend on the speed of your ship. We updated descriptions, icons, and pop-ups hints for the burst fire mode. They now more closely match the bonuses of the alternative fire mode and describe in more detail how this mechanic works for different ships. We added the ability to switch to fire mode in the port. Main battery shell icons have also been updated. Return to Hololive production. Okay, in this update we're going to bring back some heroes of the Hololive production. We're going to explain right this. We're going to see up ahead in a Hololive production for some time. Next, the Warhammer 40,000. Okay, this is gonna be a new interesting event for the game, which is based on the game Warhammer 40,000. Alright, we're going to see up ahead right now in this update. The armory features comes in with two new unique upgrades, consists for Holland and Venetia. For Holland, it's going to be an advanced mechanical maintenance for a 6th slot in Holland, and the augmented smoke generators for occupies the upgrade 5th slot. Sorry for that. Excuse me. Okay, changes to naval community tab. So far, we added the King of the Sea Gladiator permanent camouflage for Admiral Hipper is available for 10,000 community tokens. This places the permanent camouflage that maintained the fought this claim for the previous year. So the previous King of the Sea container. You know that was a previous season. Other changes, you now have the option to preview voiceovers before purchasing commanders that come with individual voiceovers. We updated the display of pop-up hints for various resources. It's now possible to preview ships and camouflages that drop from containers. Next one, content additions and changes. Celebrate the Golden Week event, the following items will appear in the game. Here are the Golden Week standard and premium containers. This is what getting chances on the permanent camouflage for Yamato and Kongo, a Japanese lacquer. Here are the Koinobiri body patch. Port of Sipango will be decorated to mark the event, but intentionally back in update 11.10 that the Port of Sipango will be decorated does not appear. But back on the public test, usually I did explain the decorated port which has not appeared. Oh my god, this is totally unnervous. Okay, this update brings the following items to the game. Some of these North Carolina CLR and Rune CLR ships. Their tech specs are similar to those of North Carolina and Rune, with all of their modules research. Here are the flags to be useful icon. Next one, Volga Flotilla and Blue Cruiser permanent camouflages for Sovietsky Soyuz and Tashkent 39 respectively. Now, details on how to obtain these in-game items will be announced later. Meanwhile, the super ships Joshua Humphrey and Kunmin are steaming towards the respective national ship branches. Both ships were previously offered at the auction that took place in update 12.1. The ships will be available for 45 million credits each. That was very interesting ahead so far that two new super ships ahead will be finally a full release to be available on the Tech 3 branch respectively, some of which starts from Tier 10 Gearing and the Tier 10 Pan-Asian Destroyer Yuanyang. Updates have been made to personal appearance of the following commanders: Pete Erdling, Sinterklaas, Rattenkonig, Darlan, and Boris the Pipe. The contents of Italian cruisers and Italian cruisers premium containers are also be updated. Details on the new contents of these containers are available in this article. Alright, so the following ships have been added for testing by developers, super testers, and community contributors. We got two new super ships to be on testing. Some of these Novosibirsk and Devastation. The controversial ship West Virginia 44, the Pan-European destroyer Jaeger, and the American hybrid destroyer Halford. However, the Novosibirsk and Devastation, which is going to be the two new super ships ahead in the future updates, will be available for some time in the auction. As I mentioned about that, I already had Groningen, Asuma, and Age that I bought bought it for free XP so far, but Hayate, I will not get it for that in the making. So I will promise for that the Hayate to be get in the Santa's Mega gift containers in the upcoming months. So in the next update, the Groningen, Hayate, Asuma, and A-Gear will no longer be available for purchase in the Tech Tree exchange for free XP. At the same time, players will have opportunity to purchase these ships in the armory for gold. Okay, when the update 12.4 goes live, the contents of a novel containers will change. For details, check out the development blog. Here are other changes and improvements so far, but we know I have a lot to do. But I will not going to be a full explanation like this. So let's get on. And that's for the end for my full recap and the review of the update 12.3. Okay, so my update situation for the update 12.3 so far, but we're going to have a lot to do for. Okay, so let's get started ahead for my progress. Okay, so the first one is for a Dockyard Combat mission. So back on Thursday when the update 12.3 is released, I'm doing start right now for this first page of the Dockyard Combat mission by playing cruisers and battleships. Mostly, I'm finally done ahead for this first page. Now I will have to wait on the second page of the Dockyard Combat mission for Dyson, will be available on Tuesday. Most importantly, wanted to get a shipbuilding page so far. And as for Pan American cruisers, I'm still doing up ahead. But I'm finding exciting for is the final page of the Pan American Cruisers Combat mission. We'll be waiting on ahead on Tuesday. Okay, the fourth and the final page of the Pan American Cruiser Combat mission is going for collect all of the Pan American tokens. Will be exchanged up ahead in the armory. Okay. For the upcoming video right first impression goes for the tier 10 American Cruiser Des Moines will be shown up ahead to play myself, to the old and the new players. Will be significant how to gameplay of the ship. I'm going to teach something recommended upgrades, the commander skills, as well as the gameplay. So check out, guys. We'll be immediately up ahead sometime in my next video. That I'm going recording my video in the public test server, but I'm not on the live server, you know that. But I'm still doing to grind up ahead for Buffalo. All right, so let's get on. And guys, another my recording video ahead very soon is for the tier 10 Japanese light cruiser Yodo. Yodo was introduced for us way back on update 11.10 for early access, and it was finally fully released in the update 12.0. So I'm gonna get excited for this ship to be a strategy and recommendation for the upgrades as well as the commander XP to be on the public test but not on live server. But still, I'm doing ahead to be very appreciated to grind for a tier 9 Japanese light cruiser Takahashi. Okay, so another thing right now for that will be explained for this. We're going ahead in the armory to check it out for some Pan American cruisers in early access. Okay, I'm still doing up ahead to grind on free XP for these Pan American treasures random bundles in exchange for free XP. I'm doing right up ahead to grind free XP as soon as we can until at the end of the update 12.3. But I will apply for that on May 20th. Alright, so the next one is gonna be a permanent camouflage in our show Allende Mayan Mystery. Will be will be acquired for very sometime on May 20th as well. And for that, I will go in for a vote right now for which tier, which ships, which premium ships that are gonna take home to our port, which is consists the Pan American destroyer Juruwa, as well as the Tier 5 Pan American battleship Rio de Janeiro. And also for that, I will get in for that a distant voyages premium container, which is allowed to get any chances to get a permanent camouflage. Some of which are gonna be 50% by any of the unique, rare, and special camouflage. We will be getting up ahead very soon. Okay, so Admiral support, which is going to be included right now for getting the credits, free XP, and coal. Will be bonus for that is combat missions plus 200% of all XP types. So I'm gonna get this right now for the rest of our Pan American Cruisers event. Will be sometime on May 20th before the update 12.4 is released. Oh, last but not the least is for a dockyard. Let's check it out. See, back in the day when I was on the World of Warships Armory in the mobile version, that I did purchase the starter packs, which is consist of 5 shipbuilding pages and so on. We gotta get after the starter packs have been applied, then we're going to continue forward for the shipbuilding pages by doing dockyard cover missions. Oh, by the way, the good news is a final reward of the premium battle pass, which contained the 3 shipbuilding pages so far. So I will continue up ahead for progress this dockyard to get it on the ship for some time. I will getting acquired for that in the next update as we dive into in this update progress on. As of now, thank you guys so much watching, and I hope you gonna like our video. So please like, subscribe, and comments down below. So, oh, I almost forgot, guys. My good news up ahead. So, in this recently, for analytics, we just got impressively my 628 views. Oh my god, this is so much amazing so far. Sorry about that. This is gonna be. Wait, I gonna see up ahead. Okay, so this video is gonna be my impressively. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys ahead for watching this Tier 9 Japanese Battleship Dyson World of Warships ahead for my first impression. Doing so for my recording in the public test, which is gonna be first time achieved for 627 views and also 13 likes with no dislikes. Unbelievable myself. I'm just very proud. So I'm very surprisingly, you know. So I'll keep it doing right up ahead for my video every day on the weekend. And so that's it for now, and thank you guys so much watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comments down below. So keep my channel growing ahead for reach 1,000 subscribers in order to get a monetization icon. So in my next video, we'll be coming right up ahead for Tier 10 Japanese light cruiser Yodo to do so in the public test. So thank you guys and have a great one. Thank you.